Buffs Nation, we got another one. I want to give some of y'all credit because a few of y'all were in my live stream last night talking about Zakara Lewis, saying that Micah Welch would be next. And what do you know? This morning, he's committed. CU gets another running back, first running back of the 2024 class. And man, especially with our room being filled with veterans, there might be a few off to the NFL next year. And man, we might need to see Micah Welch his freshman year. He's an exciting all-round running back. This is kind of an old school comp. Maybe some of y'all kids don't know about him, but man, you old-timers could probably appreciate this too. Clinton Portis. He reminds me a lot of Clinton Portis because he can do a little bit of everything. He has underrated acceleration. He can bounce things outside, obviously has blazing speed, but he also has an underrated power game to him. He can run through guys, very physical, but he can kind of bounce things outside and ad-lib a little bit, kind of like Barry Sanders, you know. His tape's really exciting. We'll go ahead and dive into it here in a minute, but man, big-time player from Georgia. Georgia Player of the Year at his 4A region there in Georgia. Big time, big time, big time. He's 5'9", 205, 210 pounds. So he does have the profile to be kind of that main ball carrier if we need him. But of course, we got a lot of talent in that running back room. We'll be rotating guys. But this is a big deal because he plays running back on the offense, of course, also does a little bit of wildcat, returns kicks, and also played defense. We'll look at a little bit of his defensive clips as well. But a physical guy, ran for almost 3,000 yards in his high school career so far, and he still has his senior year left. 44 touchdowns, dynamic, electric runner. He can be lightning. He can be thunder. He's going to be a fantastic complement to Dylan Edwards. Like both of these guys, they're going to push each other to become better, and they're going to be a fantastic combination here for years to come. So let me know your thoughts on Micah Welch in the comments. Let's go ahead and dive into the footage. Hit that like, celebrate with me, and let's get into it. All right, let's get started. Gotta be special to play special teams. And this was one of these returns where I was not expecting him to be able to get through that line of defenders right there and just take it back for the touchdown. But this is a good showcase, starting off showing his vision, his breakaway speed, all of that. And then here, on this right side run, you'll see his quick feet to kind of bounce that outside very easily and then take it for the touchdown. Again, this guy has great speed and carrying some size already going into his senior year, over 200 pounds. And yeah, some of these just remind me of Dylan Edwards, you know, where he makes one cut, he gets through the hole real quickly and then just goes untouched to the touchdown. He has a handful of these, similar to Dylan Edwards. But this next clip you guys are going to love because it reminds me a little bit of shades of Barry Sanders, all of that. Being able to bounce things to the other side of the field after he sees just nothing right there. Again, is able to kind of turn it around. And then look at his moves right here to catch these defenders off guard, off balance. Man, those cuts are just timed perfectly, and then takes it for the touchdown. I mean, that is big time stuff. Now, Rivals has him as the 15th running back overall, 4-star recruit. 24/7 has him as a 3-star, 40th overall. But regardless of stars, I mean, this guy makes plays from all different parts of the field, all different positions. I mean, look at the vision, the balance, the low center of gravity. Get through those small holes, the inside of that line, get that touchdown right there. You love to see that. Then here, a little bit of hands, a little bit of receiving ability getting in there. Again, this guy just scores touchdowns, 44 so far in his high school career. Incredibly important coming into the college level. And then I love to see him bounce this one outside. And again, surrounded by 4 defenders, but his acceleration, he knows when to go from one gear to the next to leverage his speed against these defenders. You'll love to see that. And then again, here in the red zone, he's using his speed to get to the outside corner. Makes that touchdown look easy. Now, this is the play I saw when I was like, man, this is Clinton Portis. Balance, speed, agility, and just power right here to get into the end zone. Wow. And then here we see some hands, some receiving ability. Again, look at the acceleration, his speed to get past all of those defenders. I think caught the ball, was surrounded by 3 or 4 of them, and then is able to take it upfield for like another 60 yards. So impressive. And then here, love to see him running through contact, bulldozing guys. And I love to see him running through contact like this. I mean, man, just going through one guy after the next. Big time run for Micah Welch. And we're going to see him making plays like this at CU. Again, I like to see him scoop up this kickoff again that shows good hands. Those can be hard to catch just right off the bounce right there. And is able to bounce it out for a big return to put his team in great field position. I mean, he had 18 offers so far. I mean, from big-time schools, Oregon, Tennessee, West Virginia, Ole Miss, Indiana, Florida. I mean, those are just off the top of my head. But this guy was highly recruited, and you can see why. And another display of speed right here. I love to see these types of returns where he's able to bounce it outside very quickly. He reads his blocks. He shows great patience, as you can see throughout this whole tape. And you'll love this stiff arm right here. It was like Derrick Henry. And then this is where you kind of see a little bit of the Barry Sanders. Is able to bounce it back to the other side of the field. And then he just runs through more guys. Hard to bring down. I mean, look at that. It took like 3 guys to bring him down. Line him up at slot receiver too. Get him the ball in space and just let him work. I mean, yeah, this is where some of the tape kind of reminds me of Dylan Edwards, which is just get him in space and you're going to have a hard time catching him and bringing him down. Yeah, just shades of Clinton Portis right here. It really reminds me, takes that cut, runs through the linebacker right there, runs through another tackle. That should be a first down. Another pounding run right here, running through a ton of contact. Shows you just how much of a dog he really is. But man, when it comes to Micah Welch, I don't care about the star rating or any of that between rivals 24/7. This guy can play. We can see it on the tape. I mean, sometimes it's just hard to put into words, how I feel watching his tape. But I can't help but be excited. And check out the vision, his ability to cut back right here. Bounce it outside. Oh man, just puts that defender almost on skates, is able to use kind of his angle against him. And then yeah, you'll see his physicality here as a defender. I mean, breaking this up in the backfield. But I want to know your thoughts on Micah Welch. Huge commit to CU. Incredibly happy to have him here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But man, love to see another two-way player, another football player coming here to Colorado to play here with Coach Prime.